Hi everyone, I'm bringing you this other video about the Greens. Obviously, they've been on Question Time, obviously, the other day, and obviously they had the chance to explain everything. I've got two clips I want to play you. I can go pause bits of it and explain bits to you, obviously, to break it all down as we're going through them. One was very, very interesting as a member of the audience did give them the chance to physically explain what's going on, and obviously they clearly didn't give the chance the real answer. They went on and had a rant about something else, but here we go. I'll go through it and we'll show you what I mean. So this is the first clip.
Lady from the Green Party, you just stated that you've seen racial hatred in the country. Could you please specify where that hatred is coming from?
So that's the question he asked, where the racial hatred is coming from. Obviously wanting her to answer it's coming from the Greens with the anti-Semitism. And then watch her squirm. She looks away thinking, oh, someone's got to give me that. Someone's got to give me the answer.
Quite sure what you mean. Do you mean from the general public, or?
Well, she said there's racial hatred in the country, and I'd just like...
She's looking at extreme baffled, as if she doesn't know what country she's in, what planet she's on.
to know where she thinks it's coming from.
And again, she looks over. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? Answer the bloody question.
I mean, I was talking about the fact that there is a rise in racially motivated crime, that kind of thing. There's more and more hate crimes. There's more.
Yes, we know all that.
Reports of people feeling uncomfortable, unsafe.
Yeah.
There's more
But
division.
you said there's racial hatred. Where do you think it's coming from?
Okay. What are you getting at exactly?
Well, where do you think this racial hatred is coming from?
Bingo, where is it coming from? Just answer the question. He's meaning the anti-Semitism within the Green Party, the racism that's spewing out daily from their candidates. Oh, because obviously Clay says there, to be done to protect the Jewish community. Duh.
What do you mean? What specific sectors of the community?
I can actually say that where I think it's coming from, actually, is that...
And now she's going off on a rant that means nothing. Thick bitch.
We live in rip-off Britain, and people are having a really...
How does she get into politics?
really tough time. They're struggling because their bills are going...
See, now he's completely pissed off. Because he hasn't got an answer. The audience like, what the hell?
up. They're struggling because they can't afford their rents.
Lady from the Green.
So that's clip one, because obviously she completely deluded co-leader of the Greens. I'm like, really? What is she doing there? They get mauled every time. They've never had a successful meeting or a successful time on Question Time or any of these shows. They always get their ass handed to them. And then this is number two, where the actual host basically...
Green Party candidates, Rachel.
Because obviously this is where the Green MP is called out for the anti-Semitism within the Green Party, which we know spews out daily. And obviously they've had two arrested. This is what this one's about.
Saying things like resistance is freedom, with an image of an armed man wearing a Hamas headband. Another saying ramming a synagogue isn't anti-Semitism, it's revenge. Those are Green Party candidates.
Those comments are abhorrent.
So why didn't you suspend...
Also, just abhorrent, not the worst thing to say in the world. I'm sorry, just abhorrent. She doesn't even go further than that.
They are going through disciplinary process. The reality is that it would be utterly ridiculous for any political party here to suggest there is no anti-Semitism within their party, no racism within their party.
I would dispute that, because not every party has anti-Semitism within them. It's the anti-Semitism comes down to Labour and yourselves, the Green Party, because that's where the anti-Semitism lies on the spectrum. And that's the problem. She's now trying to push it onto all other parties. It doesn't work.
We have 235,000 members, and of course, a handful of those people.
Oh, and those 235,000 members will soon be a lot less, because the grassroots members are trying to take the party back, by the way.
Will not share our values in actual fact, and so we're doing everything we can do to address that.
But the reality is, everything you can do, Rachel, why haven't you booted them out?
Well, I think they are in disciplinary process. In fact, I think you're saying they're being arrested. It's now a police matter.
Yeah, but then if it's a police matter, you'd already be gone out of the party. You wouldn't keep them on. That's a stupidity. Most other parties, because had that been Reform, who I stand for, and obviously who I'm going to be a candidate for next year, if that was myself, I'd done that, I'd have been booted out the party within 24 hours. It's the same with the dog unaliver, etc., etc. It's repeated people that are still councillors and still everything else. They don't do anything about it. These people will still be in their positions in 8-9 months' time, because the person who unalived the dog was 8 months ago, and they're not doing anything about it. That is the problem. So whenever the Green Party say they're going to go down disciplinary route, I take it with the tiniest pinch of salt, because they don't actually care. There's thousands of members within the Green Party that are anti-Semitic, and you just have to see the clips that are coming out. It's like the one that's out there now with the guy at the gate, and obviously saying the Jews shouldn't be in Jerusalem, in Israel. They should hand it over to Palestine. Oh, so they've only got one country. Oh, and they should get country number 168. No, thank you. Because you can't just give away a country. That's where the anti-Semitism lies. And he won't get stripped of his candidacy just because of that. It's because the Greens are vile. It's what they stand for. And this Zach Polanski, he's just a plant within the party. And we know it's all going to fall over shortly. And thank you for allowing us an easy shot at the next general election. Because we know Labour, Tories won't be fighting for it. Greens have now fallen over. Thank you. It's all I can say is, because this 7th of May is ours for the taking. We will come out victorious on the 7th. And obviously, I look forward to seeing the good results we get. But it just shows they can't do anything right. They had the chance to come out and admit, yes, we were wrong. We are going to do the right thing and turn a corner. But they haven't. They failed. So I'll leave it there for this video. But thank you and goodbye.